Hello and welcome to another U10 mini lesson where I attempt to explain, clarify, expand on, or just hopefully give more of an explanation to something question-wise you may have in the drumming world. As always, these are going to attempt to be below 10 minutes and mistakes will happen because this is a one-take shot. So if they do, just like real life, oh well, we keep going on. Today we're going to talk about, as requested, the drag slash rough. It's basically the same thing. And what this is, and I'll bring you closely towards you. What this is it's basically a flam with an extra grace note. And remember with the flam, I'm going to use the bottom side because it's a little more, you can hear on this one. So basically what a drag or a rough is, it's a flam with an extra grace note. So instead of where you can hear at the very beginning, you've got that extra little, it almost should sound like a triplet, like a growing triplet, or a little quicker than that, something like that. But really it's also kind of a diddle with a downbeat, so those are the two probably best ways to describe it. The other thing about this is why it's really important to have good doubles and why it's really important to be able to go. And I'm going to use traditional on my left so you can tell which hand is which. I'm going to use this actually though on my right hand for the grace note, even though I wrote it differently over here. That way you can understand why you need the fingers, because the fingers are what controls the grace note. I can't do this as well with my left hand. I can do it this way with my left hand, but I want you to see the fingers. So we'll do mostly left hand drags. Yeah. So here's how I want you to do this. Just do this. Now the biggest key is don't pinch with the fulcrum. I know a lot of you guys like to try to get away with going. That's not what you want to do here. Because again, that's not A, the correct way to hold the stick, and B, that can burn skin off your hand. I've done it before, I don't want to do it again. So the worst way to think about this is kind of like when you're trying to crush a note, like if you're playing sextuplets, how you just kind of like close your eyes and go, like, did I do it right? Like guessing or playing 30-second notes. Don't do that. It's kind of like when, don't guess. Just don't guess. It takes a little while to get down, and I'll actually post a clip about which chord did this the best. I'm pretty sure the Blue Devils from a few years ago. I think it was Fellini-esque. They had a part where it was literally, it was just a bunch of drags, and the hardest thing about that is getting the. So literally if you just want to go and then press a little bit harder in the back. Now again, with a grace note, like with a flam, because it's the exact same thing with an extra note, you don't want to lift. You don't want, you just want, so it's kind of, again, like we talked about, if you have a hamburger or veggie burger, all you're doing is add a little more cheese. And you have a cheeseburger or a cheese veggie burger, whatever they're called, however you want to call that, all you're doing is you're adding an extra note. So instead of trying to make it difficult, don't think about that as a roll, but think about as using a roll stroke. One of the best ways to do it is military style. One of the ways this originates actually is from Swiss Army kind of marching style, where you'd have to single out and make each note the triplet. So, or if you think about it, the Legend of the One-Eyed Sailor / Santa Clara Vanguards, y'all know what I'm talking about. Sailor, what they did. Anyways, I'm blanking on that one. That's really not good because I should know it at this point. Electric Wheelchair, good lord. There we go. That you want that feel there. So you want to crush it, but you don't want to crush it, which is kind of both sides. A lot of times people will try to cheat and you could try to put 3 in there for the actual rough. It's kind of like Salute to America's Finest for the Memorial Day Parade, right? Where it's... And at that point it just gets buzzy. You want to eliminate the buzz for marching. For concerts, I've seen this where it's literally 5 and it's a note, so it's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, huh? Or, and it's literally an obnoxious drag where you have the most awkward build-up. I don't know why you write it that way, but it was written that way. So for marching though, because you want that separation, you don't want to buzz it. You want to. So, just like with the flame, you should barely be able to tell it's there, but that was a flam. Because it has more than one note, you will have a lead-in. So you will hear it more, but still. If you want to take it slower, the biggest thing I'm going to say is don't forget, don't do wait, which is wait. 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 What? Don't do that. Don't. Just, you're going to mess up the first few times. Let them drop. And the hardest part is keeping this stick down here. So, I'll try to slow that down. This is a hard one because it does take fingers. It does take... You have to fight the rebound. It comes naturally after a while, just like anything else you'll do. The drag tap slash rough tap, exact same thing as with a flam tap. If you're gonna, let's again do the rough slash the drag off left hand. So you're gonna just do it with extra with this hand. Oops. And just like with the flam tap, you're going to just add an extra note from the primary note. So if I could stop hitting that every time I try to play, that'd be great. You will get awkward at this the first time. It's not going to be easy, but you will develop a consistent feel for it. If you want to send me a video also, you're more than welcome to, trying a few spaces out, and I can give you which numbers sound the best. But just like with a flam, how you should barely be able to hear this part, and then the primary note, exactly the same thing. And it's going to take a little while to get that. It's like riding a bike or using only your fingers to play. My left hand's still not very good at it. Once you get it, you'll never understand how you couldn't get it, but until you get it, it might feel impossible. So just keep at it and literally just... And try to make it where it's not too close, and it's not too far away. Just try to... Probably my best suggestion would be to realize on the first, as you go to hit the drum with the first grace note, realize, okay, let's do this, and then by the time the second grace note is hitting, you're bringing the stick down. So slowly. Remember, you can start slow, just make sure you're rhythmically accurate. So slowly. That wasn't the best grace note. And then speed up. Again, the biggest thing is you don't want to turn this into, or you want to make sure you're separating them. For concerts, you can get that buzz in there. But for marching, you want to separate it. For concerts, it's much easier just to go, or just get the buzz and then hit it. It's a lot like a flam. It's just all bottom control. It's just think about working on your taps. Remember the full down, tap and up. Remember working on the taps and then combining it with double to low end. It's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be hard. Work your finger muscles and your wrist muscles, and you'll get it soon. If you have any more questions, want me to explain anything else, please let me know. But until next time, to quote the man who makes our sticks, Scott Johnson, if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong, and I'll see you later.